Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Fix Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time with our live free picks from today's major sports. Of course, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so you get notified when we're live with you. Of course, you can always interact with us in the chat. But first thing you want to do is hit that like button, that thumbs up. You really help us build up our audience. So do that right away. I would greatly appreciate that. So first, we're going to meet the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Fix Morning Show. Let's go ahead and say hello here to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Not much. Of course, rough time in the NBA right now. Got some landmines everywhere, but we did pretty good yesterday in college basketball. Had UConn. I knew they would try to keep that close, so we cashed that. And just ready to get through it today. And baseball is this week, so we're ready to get to that.
Yeah, looking forward to the start of baseball. North American openers come up here Thursday, so looking forward to that. Let's say hello to El Ninos. Oh, what's happening?
Yeah, definitely excited about baseball coming up. Doing pretty good here. It feels like, it's been a slow week for me on the morning show, but should be back on more regularly again. So yeah, looking forward to being back on.
Great. We're back here. Al, we'll say hello to Sean. Sean, what's going on?
All right, pretty good. Had a nice little college basketball weekend there. What I 3-1 yesterday, 5-2 on Saturday. So I feel like I'm turning the page there. And also, like the other little games, I didn't really play, but I marked them down. I had a nice run in all those too. I think it's one of those things you guys know. Like when you're kind of not hitting well, you're like, I'm not going to go too crazy, and you kind of keep track of how you're doing. Well, I feel pretty good coming into this Sweet 16 weekend with NIT and CBI here in the Crown coming. So I think I'm back on track. So I'll take it.
Yeah. The Crown is, as I thought, the Crown is next Monday. I think someone in the chat said, no, it's today. No, it's not. The Crown is next March 31st. I knew it would be that week of the Final Four there when it's totally dead in college basketball. Let's see Solo, what's going on?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all is well. I think we made a little plus money yesterday. I want to say we went 4-2 college basketball, and I think we dropped our only NBA play. But I actually like this card today, so let's get to the bank.
Let's get to the bank indeed. Here we go. All right, guys, we got action from NBA, action as well from the CBI, and, of course, NHL. So let's get started here with this NBA card. Let's hit the landmines right away here. Here we go. Raptors and Wizards today. Wizards here now favored here, 1.5. This opened Toronto 2. This is now Wizards 1.5. Total 228. Boy, I don't think I've ever seen the Wizards get 3.5-point line movement in their favor. When does that happen? Probably in the 70s when they had those title teams. Lakers and Magic. We got the Lakers here, 3.5, 4, total 217. T-Wolves and Pacers. The Pacers coming in at 2. There's some 2.5s popping up. Pinnacle's got 2.5 now. Total 230. Let's take a look here at the injuries here from this block of games. Here, as I'll just go ahead and refresh. This is about an hour ago when I first looked at this here. Let me hit the oops. I got some more guys on this thing that we saw an hour ago. All right, let's see what we got going on here in these injury reports. All right, here we go. For Minnesota, looks like Anthony Edwards here is questionable there for today. For Indiana, Mathurin has been downgraded. He was probable about an hour and a half ago, but now he's been down to questionable. So Mathurin questionable for Indiana. Lakers and Orlando, we got Kleber out, Hachimura questionable, James probable. On the Orlando side, Cole Anthony, about the only guy that can score off the bench. He's questionable. Queen questionable there for Orlando as well. Toronto and Washington, you got Ingram, Porto, Quickly, Grady Dick, Boucher out, I should say. Then Boucher is questionable. On the Washington side, Bay, Brogdon, Kabale, who can score. He's out there for Washington. So we got you started here with these injuries. We start here with Chris.
In the Minnesota Indy, I'm going to take over the 230.5 there. I think we see some points. Not back in the Raptors. They burned me. So if I had to, I would go with the terrible Wizards, but that's just a lean. I don't suggest anybody bet that game. You may want to get help if you do. And then the other one we're looking at here, LA, Orlando. I went back and forth on that. Total's at 215 right now. I think it's just a little bit too low. I think we get over that as well.
Yeah, from Chris, and move on over to El Ninos.
What if you're getting help and still want to bet the Wizards game?
Yeah, it's available.
No, I would take a small lean the Wizards there. I mean, just the rest and home court advantage. But again, don't love that play too much. It's, of course, Timberwolves for me if Edwards plays. I think he will play, so I'll take a shot on the Timberwolves money line here. And I'll go Lakers.
We thought you would. There we go. Lakers everyone.
I mean, hey, I'll fade them plenty. I just don't
I know
think that Magic are getting enough points here, and I don't think they're playing well enough to back right now. I mean, if they were getting 6, 7, I'd start considering them, but I just don't think they're getting enough points here.
Here we go from El Nido. It's on over to Sean.
Which is why you take the Magic on the money line here. I mean, the floppy's supposed to play off his PED, blood transfusion like a vampire that the guy is. And we got a 3.5 offshore on this. Although I do see a 4.5 at the circuit.
It's headed back to 5 now, yeah.
So it looks like he's going to be a definite go here. But I still think this is a low line here. I mean, let's be honest. They just lost by 40 at home. And you're going to take on this team and you're giving maybe 5. And maybe it gets steamed up a little bit by the start of the game. Listen, I see this number overnight, and it's a Magic play. It just looks way too short. But, again, it's 9 o'clock. Who knows what this line's only going to go up. So if you like the Lakers, and I think LeBron is playing here based on the circle line, I'd say take the Lakers now because it'll definitely be your 6 by game time there, Al. I'll definitely be up when that's official. He's in. So
Still
early
like the
number.
Lakers
Here, you know
minus
what I'm
3.
saying? Like it's one of those. But again, I see that 3.5. It just the Magic. I just want to money line them.
There from Sean on over to Solo.
Minnesota and Indy. I think we saw this matchup sometime early last week. These teams scored over 250 plus. I do see Edwards on injury report, but I do think he'll play. I see Indy's probably only like a game and a half up on Milwaukee, so I think they need these games down the stretch. I think these teams will fight hard. I think we'll get over this total 231. Toronto and Washington, I think this is a nasty game. I do think these teams get up and down. Washington has some injuries, but I think they got a little rest. I'm going to take this total over 227.5.
There from Solo. I'll tell you what I think about this game. I'm going to pass the DGen special for today in that Washington-Toronto game. I'm going to look Indiana here. I think if Mathurin plays, that means they got all their guys for this one. And I like to bet Indiana at home when they got everybody. Pacers 7-2 to the spread at home when they're favored by 6 or fewer points. So they've been covering spreads in these situations. Minnesota had a bad loss not too long ago, right? After they beat New Orleans, they had a loss in that up there. So I'll look at the Pacers in that spot. Lakers Orlando, for me, it's the dog. The Lakers here past four games on the road, allowing 121 points per 100 possessions, a -9 net rating in their past 4 road games. LA here has a 1-8 to the spread as a road favorite, 3.5 to 9.5 points. I don't want nothing to do with the Lakers on the road laying points. That's for darn sure. As a road favorite, they've not been delivering here. Magic in a little better defensive form. They'll get up here for the Lakers coming in. Let's get some Magic here. If Rod was here, I believe in Magic. So I'll go with that route there with the Magic in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Fix Morning Show as we continue here with this NBA card for tonight. Next up, we got Mavericks and Nets. We got the Nets here, 1 total 218. Sixers and Pelicans. The Pelicans, boy, you better laying 6 Pelicans. Yes. Okay. All right. Total 231.5 there. Bulls and the Nuggets. Boy, these Bulls, they have been really, really goring their opponents. They just gored the Lakers not too long ago. We got the Nuggets here laying 2.5, 3, total 238.5. Let's take a look at the injury report here for the for these games here in this block. We start here with Mavericks and Nets. Your laundry list here, as always, for Dallas: Exum, Gafford, Lively, and Martin out. Davis doubtful. Williams probable there for the Mavs. On the Brooklyn side, Russell and Zaire Williams are questionable. We take a look here at this Philly and New Orleans game. It's long here for Philly, as always. Bona, Drummond, Lowry, Maxey, Oubre, Walker out. Brissett is questionable there. On the Pelicans side, we got Boston out, Zion questionable. Zion did not play yesterday, so just to note, if you're thinking they'll send him in a back-to-back, he did not play. Yves Misty, one of their big guys, he's questionable there in that game. And we got the Nuggets game, right? We got to cover the Nuggets. Let's see. We got Chicago and Denver here. Ball and Trey Jones is out. Kobe White's in, so that's important. There's Strother out for Denver. Jokic doubtful. So you're caught up in the injuries here. On over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bulls in that. Of their last 9 games, they've covered 8, and Kobe White's in, man. He had a pretty good game the other night. I had him for some props there. So I'd lean the Bulls there. I feel like they got a little bit to play for there, and they're really, like you said, they're on fire right now. And then looking at Dallas, Brooklyn, it's the 11th and 12th seed spot, or 12 spots there. I was going to take Brooklyn there. I don't think either one of these guys probably care anymore. And as far as the Sixers and the Pelicans, I just take that over. I don't think we see any defense there. I think we see a lot of offense.
Yep, that's how I look. That's how I look at these non-contenders head to head. I always look over first. On over to El Ninos.
Yeah, sorry about that. Lakers mix up. Sorry, on the last set, I see 3.5 juiced. But yeah, sorry, I had to refresh my page on that 4.5 headed to the 5 there. Sorry, Sean. But back to these games. Yeah, I like the Nets. They were a dog last night. Looks like they're getting some money coming in on them. I'll agree on that move, and I still like them laying the one. Or if you want to go money line, go ahead. Lay the one there with the Nets. Well, I would lean Pelicans -6 now, yeah. But again, not rushing to lay too many points with them either. And yeah, I like the Bulls.
And there from El Ninos on over to Sean.
I mean, they're talking about the Gen specials in the chat. I mean, you got Raptors, Wizards, Mavs, Nets. I mean, you can put the Sixers and Pelicans in that mess too. I mean,
It's ugly.
you know what? I'm going to look at this Bulls Nuggets over. Bulls are putting up the points. Nuggets in a back-to-back. So I don't think we'll get a Joker sighting here, right? I mean,
Doubtful, yeah.
Right. I mean, and at 2.5, it tells you he's probably not going to play here. Give me the over. We got 236. 236 or 238. 230. Look at this. 238.5 now to 239 in some spots. Here we go. On the move to the over. Expect that one. You're getting that 128, I guess, from the Bulls of what they've been putting up. So I'll go over the total here. Chicago and Denver.
Yeah, Denver 3-4. Then the third seed, 1 game back at Houston, but just 1 game ahead of Memphis for the 5th seed. So there's a lot of jockeying there. But if he's legitimately hurt, they shouldn't play him. I agree with that. There with Chicago, just to look at some of the implications here. The Bulls now are in the 9th seed, 2 games back of Orlando for the 8th seed, and 4 back of Atlanta for the 7th seed. They're going to be in the 7-10 game, but they're trying to move up here to try to get in that 7-8. So that's how it looks there for the Bulls. On over to Solo.
We had Dallas and Brooklyn. It's a nasty game here, but I actually think these teams are going to get up and down, score some points. I think defense will be optional. Brooklyn is starting to shoot the 3. Dallas getting a couple guys back. I think Anthony Davis probably be back next week. I think this total goes over 219 and over 219. Same with Philly and New Orleans. I think Zion plays. I think defense will be optional in this one. I actually think New Orleans probably rolls them. Philly doesn't look like they're really competing. They're just shooting 3s and trying to score and definitely not playing defense. Not a lot of effort on that end as well. Let's go over 233.5. And the Bulls in Denver, they sound like a broken record, but I'm with Sean. I'm going over 239. The Bulls fire to the end. They play aggressive. They play downhill. Giddey setting the table. Kobe White's delivering. I really like what the Bulls got going on. I think they score some points. Let's go over.
Over there from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Mavs and Nets. Just give me the over. Mavs over in 8 of their past 9. We know what they do. They just score. They don't defend. And I think Brooklyn will be in there for the dance too. Let's pad some points up for next year, for next year's contracts. So I like the over in that one. Sixers and Pelicans, again, it's a common tune with these out of contention teams. Over, and there'll be no defense here. Philly's gone over in 10 of 11. So it's 3 straight overs for the Pels. Both teams trend to the over in back-to-back games over there. Give me the Bulls. We've been talking about the Bulls covering since the All-Star break. Now they've covered 14 of 16 since the break. We're not going to stop now. They've got rest advantage here. They're 10-6 of the spread with rest advantage. And the Bulls are just shooting lights out right now, allowing 46% shooting, which is good for Chicago because we've seen Chicago give up 50% plus with Levine and company in there. So now they sent out those guys to Sacramento. They've been able to right the ship. So Sacramento Bulls are not looking too good right now, but the Chicago Bulls are. The baby Bulls, the new Bulls, whatever you want to call
Culture.
them. Yep, culture change there. And Sacramento's got a headache up over there and over there with their squad. All right, let's continue on here on the 26 Morning Show. We'll close out the NBA with these final 2 games on the card tonight. We got Bucks and Suns. Interesting game here. Suns laying 3, total 223. Celtics and Kings, another one here. The Kings are in the 9th, the 10th seed. They're in the 9 to 10 spot right now. We got the Celtics here laying Well, it's now 4 and 3.5 in some places, total 223.5. Celtics still in the second seed, 5 games back of Cleveland. Both teams won yesterday. They're 7.5 ahead of the Knicks, so they'll be no worse than a 2 seed. But there is slight hope to catch. I don't know they're going to catch Cleveland, but that's how it looks there. I want to be correct there what I said about Sacramento. Sacramento was a 9 seed right now, but they're 4.5 games back of the Clippers for the 8th, and they are right now 2 games in loss column over Dallas for the final seed for the 11th seed. So they're in right now in the 9-10 picture. So we started off with Chris.
Yeah, looking at that Celtics Kings game, I'm gonna take over 222.5. I think we get it up and down on that one there, because that's pretty much what the Kings do. They don't play any defense at all, so I think we'll get over that total. And then I rarely do it, but I think I'm gonna take the 3 with the Suns in that one. They're approaching. Who are they up against here? Let's see. I mean, they're right behind the Kings in the 10th spot. I mean, I don't think the Kings will hold on to that. So I don't know. I'll go with the Suns. They've been a little bit better this recently.
There we go with Chris on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, I'm gonna butt heads with Chris. I do give him that though. The Suns have been looked a lot better lately, actually. But I like the value we're getting on the Bucks here. Yeah, no Damian Lillard, but and probably not my strongest play of the night. But I'll go with the Bucks in that one. And the last one's definitely going to be a Steam special. It's hard to call now. I mean, was it Holiday sat out last night?
Yeah,
correct?
let's go through the injury. I forgot to do the injuries on this block, so let me give you the injuries here on the block here. For Milwaukee, Lillard, Portis, Sims are out. Trent and Giannis probable. On the Suns side, no Beal. Doesn't matter. This seems team to the Suns. I think they're better off without him there. But anyway, Plumlee and Richards are probable. Boston and Sacramento, remember, Boston on the back-to-back. Brown, Tillman out. Porzingis, Holiday questionable. Of course, this is all subject to change. You might want to check out the happy hour there for this one because you could see names pop up for these back-to-back teams. Carter, Monk, Sabonis, questionable Sacramento. So you're caught up on the injuries. Back to Al.
Yeah, okay, so so Holiday and Brown didn't play last night, and looks like Brown may be back for this one. I think Holiday plays after sitting yesterday, but again, it's tough to call right now. You mentioned the Kings not looking too great. I think they've been looking a lot better as the Kings than that Levine-DeRozan combo was in Chicago. But
not the defensive side, not on defense.
No. And still Sabonis there, a big question mark for them. But yeah, again, I think this one might be a Steam play, so make sure you check that out.
Yeah, from Alnino, it's on over to Sean.
Hold on, just commenting on Playbook's burner account coming in, patting himself on the back. Yeah, like I want to take Boston. A lot of guys out there, so I'm just gonna go Bucks Suns over the total there. There we go. That's it. Again, my favorite one in this is probably going to be the Denver over though in the NBA tonight.
Here you go from Sean on over to Solo.
Boston and Sacramento. I know Boston's on back-to-back, but they had a lot of guys sit out. I think some of those guys will play tonight. I think they want to get some of these games down the stretch. I don't think they'll catch Cleveland, but I still think they want to go in on a positive note. I'm gonna lay with Boston. I think they're starting to, play better than bounce-back situations. Milwaukee and Phoenix. I think these teams get up and down. I do think Giannis plays with aggression, plays downhill. I would probably lean toward the Bucks plus the points, but I think the better play is the over.
There from Solo. All right, tell you what I think here about these games. Yeah, I'm going to be on the Suns. I like the way they're shooting the basketball right now. Bucks 1-4 the spread, playing their third road game in 5 days. They've been on the road a little bit, like Rod likes to say, a lot of hotel food, a lot of seed oil in their system. I'll take the Suns in that spot here. They've been shooting the ball phenomenally right now. A little bit of momentum as well. As we talked about before, at some point, despite what you think about your situation, despite what you think about your coach, your teammates, personal pride takes over at some point. And I think for Durant, he doesn't want to be a player that is not in the at least in the playing round, because that would really, really look bad. So I'll take him in the Suns that one. Just give me the over in Celtics and Kings. I mean, if you looked at, the Kings are like the Bulls with Levine, the team that flashes you with great stats, great offensive numbers, but absolutely atrocious on the defensive end of I mean, how the hell are you giving up over your past 5 games 45% from 3? I mean, someone explain that to me. I mean, that is
lack of effort. They're not trying.
Not trying. They're just all about their offensive stats. That's the culture you asked for, Sacramento. You brought all these Bulls guys over, and now look what's happening. You know, I mean, it just tells you that Kings 7-1 the over in their past 8 games, 6-0 the over as home dogs, like the over in Boston and Sacramento in that game. So I look for an over in that one based on the fact that Kings just all offense, no defense. That's really what they are. I don't know if it's try to sell tickets or what the situation is there, but again, this is what you asked for, and this is what you got. I don't know why you wanted to bring all these Bulls guys over. This again, like, boggles the mind, man. When you got people making millions of dollars making these decisions, I just don't get it. I just really don't. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Just a reminder, guys, we're giving you our free picks, but if you want our best plays, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com right now, and you'll find a premium plays up there from our team of cappers over at Tony'sPicks.com. You'll see great results from a lot of our guys here on the show. Like you see the top leaders on the board here, big days from our cappers. So get on board. Use promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Of course, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed, meaning they must earn a profit or amount purchased will be coming back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. So notables here you can see on the leaderboard like Rod, Sean has been hot, El Ninos. I do Solo come off with a good day yesterday. Chris hammering the NBA. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show as we get ready here for the CBI. Yes, we do have college basketball. They play these games every day. 4 games from the quarterfinals because UC Riverside was double booked. UC Riverside decided to go to the NIT instead of CBI. They moved Illinois State into the semifinals. So Illinois State will be in the semis. So we have 3 quarterfinal games today in the CBI. Incarnate Word in Jacksonville. We got Jacksonville 3.5, total 141.5. Army and Florida Gulf Coast. Florida Gulf Coast here 9.5. There's a 10 at Circa now, and even at South Point, total 152.5. Queens and Cleveland State. Cleveland State 3.5. Total sits here at 146.5. We got to start with Chris.
The only one I'm looking at in college basketball today, I'll take the Queens plus 3.5. We'll take them to try to keep it close there. The other 2 I'll just pass on. I had the Word the other day, so that was good. But yeah, we'll just pass on the rest of those.
That's the rest of those. On over to Alnitos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go again. Not my strongest. This whole card from the NBA down to the NHL, I didn't particularly love today, but I got some leans. I'm gonna lean Jacksonville laying the points, take the points with Army, and go Cleveland State.
And from Alnitos on over to Sean.
Let's see. The early nooner here, I would lean Jacksonville here minus the points. I want to take Army here. Big chunk from Gulf Coast, and then Cleveland State. We're good. That's why Rod's not here. He's out. He's the mascot face for the Vikings.
Perfect for the game.
They flew him down. He's at the beach there. He's down in Florida. He's ready to be on the sidelines cheering. So give me them.
Very good from Sean. We move on over to Solo.
Army and Florida Gulf Coast. I think there's just too many points. Florida Coast clearly the better team. I think they'll dominate this game, but I think Army finds a way to sneak in the back door plus 10. And sometimes you got to dance with the girl you came with. I've been rolling with Queens all year. Sign me up with Queens plus 3.5.
They're from a Solo. Tell you here what I think about these games here. I'm going to look at the fave here. I like Jacksonville against the Word. I don't play much on the Word here. Dolphins are the better defensive team. I don't know how much rest advantage plays into it. These teams hadn't played for weeks. When you look how late they started this tournament here, Jacksonville at least strong on the glass, and I like the fact they make 37% from 3 on the season. So I'll look at Jacksonville there. Florida Gulf. I like agreeing with the guy Justin. The line tells you Army's going to get blown out. I think Army's going to get blown out. Again, how does a team that's 317th in the Ken Palm make a tournament? I mean, it's just there's how many other teams.
Remember these? I think these teams pay to get here. I think they all pay $50,000 to come play basketball for another round. So
317th in Ken Palm.
I know people are like, oh, these guys play. It's terrible. Good for the school that say, you know what, you guys still want to play? You want to go play this? We'll foot the bill here for you to go down and play another game. So, any team in here is going to be motivated to play because it's not like it was an invite only. It's like, who wants to come play? So that's how they get in being ranked 317. But the fact that they anteed up to go, good for them. You're going to get an effort. It's Army. I don't care what sport it is. Service caddies are going to come in and give you 100%.
Absolutely. But Florida Gulf Coast, they're 57th in the nation, effective field goal shooting, 36% from three, 54% inside. Strong rebounding team, and they defend the paint. I'll look at Florida Gulf Coast there in that spot. Give me the Queens College. Royals have covered 5 straight. They're strong on a team that's strong on the glass. And Cleveland State, not as good as previous teams. This Cleveland State was one of the class of the horizon, but Colin fell off a little bit this year. So a lot of their shooting has been very poor this year from 3 and inside. And they don't defend 3 very well. They're weak on the glass. Queens, a good shooting team, and they're strong in the paint. I'll take them in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the 26th morning show as we continue on to the NHL for today. We got a 5-game card, so we'll knock them off here in one block here. We got Canucks and Devils here. We got the Devils here, $1.34, total 5.5. Blue Jackets and Islanders here. Islanders $1.26, total of 6. Wild and Stars. Here is the Stars 208, total 5.5. Red Wings and Hockey Club $1.56, total of 6. We started off here with Al.
Yeah, I'll take again. It's just said warning signs. This is not my favorite card. I'll take the Islanders at home though to get the job done there. Letting a little bit of juice as the small home favorite, and I think I might go Wild plus the 1.5, maybe +1. Take a shot on the money line too. About all I got.
All right, from El Nino, is that over to Sean?
Gonna head out to Utah here against Detroit. Gonna go over to total 6 here. I mean, Detroit's just been terrible, absolutely terrible. Another road game for them, third roadie in 4 nights for them, 5 nights. No thanks. Give me Utah playing well, 11 goals the last 2 games here. Why not? They might get the over themselves, 6-5 the last 2 at home. I mean, another 6-3 kind of game here. Over to 6.
Go to 6.
Juicy -130. It's juiced up.
Yeah, and actually, no +1.5 on the Wild for me. So that one's way too juiced. I'll just take a shot on them on the money line.
Here we go from El Nino. Sorry, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment, or play it straight, where our cappers can give you parlays. They can give you their plays they like. Game in the future. We already have Sweet 16 lines up there for you now. Baseball comes on Thursday. We get team player props. They make the call on this thing. We start with Chris.
The little totals here for the NBA. We're going to take Boston Kings over, New Orleans and 76ers over, Orlando, LA over. And this is a part of the video that I put out today, so you guys want to go check that out for the MLB props. But I don't know that I already gave him out on the show, but we'll give him out today again. Luis Suarez for the Padres, over 200 hits. He had right at it, but he's having a really good spring training for the Padres. So you get plus money with over 200 hits at +135 right now at DraftKings. So hop on that.
Yeah, from Chris on over to El Nino's.
I'll go Timberwolves, Pelicans, Bulls.
There we go from Al on over to Sean.
We'll go early degenerate special for everybody in the chat because you can't control yourselves with Jacksonville. What's that, -3.5? I get a line?
Yeah, 3.5.
3.5. Let's see. I'm just well.
-1.5. You might get.
No, I got 3s. There's 3. There are 3s everywhere. So it's come down. There's DraftKings got 3.5, but there's 3s everywhere else.
Whatever. Ooh, I see 2.5 juice now too. Wow.
Yeah, see. Well, I got 2.5 -110 at BetMGM, but people don't have a lot of shops. So I'll say call it a -3 for Jacksonville here, and the Denver over 238.5. Again, not parlay, straight playing them. 2-0-1 the other day, 70 and 53, 57%. If you played them straight, you'd be a winner. But you want to parlay them, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. At 57% doesn't put money in your pocket. You'll learn.
And you get there from Sean on over to Solo.
Let's go Queens plus the 3.5. Let's go. What's the game at? Boston. I'm sorry, Dallas and Brooklyn over 219. Let's go with a prop. Let's go Kobe White to get over 35 points.
There from Solo. I'll tell you what I like here. I look at NBA here. I look at the Sixers, Pelicans over, the Celtics, Kings over, and I'll look at the Suns in that one as well. All right. We got you through here. Our product peripheral segments. Our games televised here. I think the games are on Flow Sports. I think Flow was telling me you can also find them on DK Sports. So hard to find those CBIs until we get into semis and finals. I think they're ESPNU when we get to the semi. Tomorrow's the semifinals, and then Wednesday the finals in the CBI.
How many teams is in it?
Well, there was going to be 12, was 11.
Oh, 12.
Riverside got double booked, so they chose the NIT. So we got down to 11 teams. So Riverside should have stayed in this tournament. They would still be playing. I don't know why they decided NIT for, but anyway.
Might not be too late to pay their way in.
They could have played. I would have said they should have played both. I would have said we expect to lose. If we lose, we'll fly over there. They could have done that, but they chose not to.
What the heck is Flow Stream? What is Flow College? What is that?
Flow has been around for several years. It's a rip. I mean, they show a lot of like D2 stuff, and I looked into it one time because the Flow shows a lot of holiday tournaments during the November, December, and they want like $30 a month. I said, you got to be kidding me! $30 a month? I'm not interested in NAIA or I guess there's a market for it. So,
People, yeah.
Just the D2 schools. I mean, that's what you're going to get.
The Tuesday games are on ESPNU though.
Yeah,
7 to 9 o'clock prime time.
Yeah, prime time. Semifinals, CBI semifinals, going head to head with the NIT tomorrow because we got the NIT back with the NIT quarterfinals tomorrow, and then we got a couple on Wednesday. There, some very surprising results last night in the NIT. In case you weren't, some of the home teams, those coastal teams,
the Dons tricked off.
They didn't do too well. Stanford, I told you, Stanford on a Sunday night, not good. Those bookworms got to go to class on Monday. They don't like playing the Sunday night games. So that's especially when it's a NIT. That was a bad spot there for Stanford last night. But Kent looks like there were 2 road games they win in the NIT. That tells you a team wants to play in this thing. Kent State. Mac represented. All right, we got you through our part of the peripheral segment. Now it's time for see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into a pretty good week of action here. A lot of the minor tournaments here from college basketball in play. The Crown Series starts next Monday. Also, we got baseball starting Thursday, so lots going on. Some of you guys may look at these 7-day passes. We'll see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Chris has put together great numbers in the NBA this year as well. We'll see it up there over 1,000 units of profit. Chris, what you got for sale?
I got you guys a 3-pack in the NBA today. You got a best bet and 2 premiums. The premiums are totals that I feel strongly about. So, hop on with that. And definitely something long-term. You get 7 days. You're going to get all the way through till Sunday. And we've got baseball starting. I'm already looking at those numbers today. We've got NBA action all week. And as we wind down the season. And then, of course, the tournament is getting down Sweet 16 and all that. So you're going to get all that action. So hop on something long-term. I'll also get you that late steam for the NBA. And then also if there's any pitching changes in baseball coming up, we'll get you that information as well. 2-for-1 capper. 2 people putting the money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. So hop on board with that and take care of that. Everybody's on the leaderboard. Everybody's doing really great. And then, make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save you 15%. And, we're just going to keep trying to do well in the NBA here around these landmines and get ready for baseball.
That's right. Get ready for baseball. Chris over at Tony's Picks. Chris also has early bird baseball season pass up there. Hey, we cover baseball. We're here every day. We don't stop when basketball stops. We continue throughout the baseball season. I love baseball. A lot of us love baseball because if you follow it every day, you get good at it. That's really how baseball works. You got to follow it every day. And of course, on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. You can see his long-term passes. His 1-day passes. Remember, these are all 1 days are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for side credits. That's profit guaranteed. So get on board with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. Link in the description and that promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. All right, let's take a look and see what El Nino's has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. El Nino's put together solid numbers in the NBA as well over the last 30. Al, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, so far it's just 1 play in the NBA. As I said, not in love with this card today. Usually have more than 1 play, of course. Coming off a pretty good 4-1 day yesterday, but may get there with a play in college basketball. I don't think I'll get there in the NHL. I may have a steam player too actually in the NBA. So long-term pass, 2-for-1 capper special is always your best way to go there. Make sure you get all the plays that way. No season passes yet. But again, those long-term passes get you all the plays. So make sure you grab one of those.
Yep, long-term pass. We have with El Nino's here over at Tony's Picks. Promo code TonyT. Checkout will save that 15% off. All right, let's take a look and see what's up. We got a rolling here with Sean over at Tony's Picks. Sean's put together a great 2025 overall numbers. Have been solid with Sean. What you got for sale, Sean, over at Tony's Picks?
College hoops. Here we go. I got a Monday. I got a winner up in the game here today. In one of those games, not obviously Jacksonville game. Then you could head on to Thursday. I got a play up for already in the Sweet 16 there, and I'm just waiting for baseball to be added. I'm ready to go. 6 games for Thursday opening day.
Opening day on the way.
I was gonna say NBA, NHL, not much going on there, but the baseball numbers will rival the college basketball releases.
You can see right there with Sean, college basketball, high volume there. That was Sean. So again, on board with Sean over at Tony's Picks. You want to try out for 7 days. That 7-day pass covers you through the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. And of course, all the minor tournaments we have this week, a lot of CBI, NIT action as well. When we get that 7-day pass, the whole tournament is on that 1 month pass there. A lot of baseball on that 1 month pass as well. The remainder of the tournaments, NBA playoffs and playing around, part of that 1 month pass, because we'll be at April 23rd. We'll already be within halfway through the first round of the NBA playoffs in that 1 month all sports pass. So again, I'm Sean over at Tony's Picks, promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. All right, let's see what Solo's got going over at Tony's Picks. Solo come off a good day on Sunday. Solo, what you got for sale?
I actually kind of like this light card today. I think it's some nice little spots to make some money. I think I have one play in college basketball and 3 or 4 plays before it's all said and done NBA. So I'll probably have a 5-pack up here shortly within an hour. So sign up with me short-term, long-term, pay me one of the good cappers. Them boys are rolling right now. I'm going to get back on the snide. Let's make some money. Let's get to the bank.
So money to get the bank with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Solo with his best bets in the board right now. NBA up there as well with multi-packs. So good time to get bored with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Remember, the 1 day passes are profit guaranteed with best bets in here from College Hoops. He's ready to roll. So get on board and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. They'll knock off that 15% off. Multi-cap promotion. You can match up Solo with your favorite cappers at Tony'sPicks.com. Even greater value there. All right, I got a best bet on the board right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. Working on a multi-pack for you as well. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks and use that promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, guys. So with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time with the Tony's Picks Morning Show. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be live with us so you don't miss any of our shows. You can also go to our YouTube channel where you'll be able to find a replay of our show, and I'll show you guys how to navigate that. So you ever miss a live show, just head on over to YouTube, type in Tony's Picks into the YouTube channel, and you'll find our channel. Hit the live tab, and that's where you'll be able to find our morning show on replay. We also have the happy hour Monday through Friday here at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Rod hosts the show. You'll see Ron and Ramon there, regular co-host guests. You'll see a lot of our cappers here on the mornings also pop in once in a while. They're on that happy hour, so check that out. Get you all that late information, who's playing, who's not, goalie changes. Of course, when we get to baseball, a lot of the pitching changes, those late pitching changes, or those late openers that come in. So you'll be able to catch up there with the happy hour. More content when you click the video tab here. All of our on-demand content's right in there. See, my NBA videos are up there right now. I got the college hoops in there. Chris coming in with the baseball player props. Al Ninos is always looking for those underdogs. Here's Rod. Rod's got his videos for the NHL up there on demand, so check those out right now over at Tony's Picks. Lots of great content. Always click the shorts because you'll see Brian Biller in there. Once in a while, you'll see Nick in there with the shorts, guys. So check them out over at Tony's Picks. Lots of great content over there, guys. Our numbers, as you can see, zooming away up here there. So, guys, a lot going on. Great over at Tony's Picks. So check us out there on the YouTube channel. If you would, we'll let the cappers talk a little bit more what we got going on. Of course, Chris, we got you here on the morning shows, and you got some great content on demand over on the Tony's Picks YouTube.
Yeah, definitely going to push out some more baseball as we head towards Thursday, trying to get you all the stuff I've been giving out for the past month or so compiled into these couple of videos here. Did the one that's currently up now is the hits. I've got you an Ellie De La Cruz one up there, and then I've got a home run one loaded to the site as well, or to the YouTube channel. I'll be making several today. I'm off work, so I've got a lot of time to get those guys in before Thursday, and then keep pumping out the NBA if I can find one. I just wasn't super happy with this card, so we're going to try to put anything out there today. But yeah, as we get into Sweet 16, I've got some of my SEC teams that are in there, so we're making videos of that as well. And as baseball comes in, you'll get daily player props and team videos as well.
Very good there from Chris. Of course, Al Ninos, you're always looking for those dogs on your video series. Also, you pop in here on the morning show and as well as occasional on the happy hour.
Yeah, always looking for those dogs, and yeah, should be back on the mornings more regularly. Still trying to free my schedule up for the happy hour. But yeah, make sure you go check out those 3 dogs. All NBA today. So if you're an NBA fan, go check it out. If you're looking for college basketball, maybe try your luck again tomorrow. But sorry, no, didn't have any lines up when I shot the video. So or not, I mean, as many lines up. So anyways, all NBA today. Go check it out.
CBI there, absolutely. Of course, Sean, if you pop in here for us here on the mornings here at Don Tony's Morning Show.
Yeah, more morning guy than the afternoon guy, but I'm gonna come in the afternoons when baseball's here for some ribby props for you. But I love my ribby props. So
Ribby pops indeed. There from Sean, of course. So we got you here on the mornings, and you make those pops in the happy hour as well.
Yeah, I'm doing the morning thing, but like you said, occasionally I'll slide in, pop in for the happy hour. But you guys be safe today, man. Let's make some money.
That's right. Make some money indeed. All right, that's going to do it for this edition here of the 26 Morning Show. We're back here again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Of course, as Rod reminds you in the chat, stay tuned here for the happy hour, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Rod will host it. You'll see Ramon and Ron with him. And, of course, and some of the cappers also pop into there as well. Hope we get better Bo. I know Bo was dealing with that strep throat. You saw him coughing the other day. Last time we had him on the show, it turned into be a strep. So hope he gets better. All right. That's going to do it here for the 26 Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow live here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Anybody have anything to say in closing before we go?
Get well soon, Bo.
Yeah, get well, Bo. Make it a winning day.
That's right. That winning day. Well, goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.